Right guys, I got issued a ticket from a man the other day. You've no doubt seen that. It was on the 2nd of September. It's the 5th of September now. What I've done is put a few notices together. If you have a look here, we have this notice. It says, I, a man, are ready to settle a debt with any man or woman that I have trespassed upon. Bring the woman forward who makes the claim of trespass, and I will compensate that woman immediately, or discharge this false claim against my person and I. I say here, and will verify in open court, that all herein be true. Alright, so I'm not running away from any debt. I'm just merely asking for a man to come forward and make a claim that I owe him a debt. I, a man, do not understand, another notice here, I, a man, do not understand legalese, legal meanings, terms and or the customs within the legal society. I rescind anything I have said and or have not said, or my actions and or inactions, that may have indicated I am other than a man, or that I am in any type of jurisdiction other than a common law court of record. I say here, and will verify in open court, that all herein be true. I, Mark Keane, a man, give no entity known as New Zealand Police the right to administrate my property. I say that C Exhibit A is my property. I say that no woman or man will make a claim to say my claim is untrue. I, a man, declare any interference of, for, or with the enjoyment of property, the exercise of rights, by any qualified employee of New Zealand Police will be held liable for damages due to injury and or harm resulting from or arising out of any tortuous act, error or omission of the individual trespass. I will require compensation of $1 for every second, viz. Moment in time, for any trespass. I say here, and will verify in open court, that all herein be true. And that's Exhibit A. Okay. Picture of my property. So, just in response to getting issued this ticket here, I've just put here to the actual constable, or the man, and to where he hailed from, so to speak, and I've put, Dear Neil, greetings, please find attached infringement notice, blah blah blah, that I believe you have issued in error. I, a man, require you to answer the following 25 questions on a point-by-point basis. Number 1. I, a man, believe you have caused interference, trespass of, for, or with the enjoyment of my property. The exercise of rights, do you believe to the contrary? Okay. Number 2. Do you or New Zealand Police claim I do wrong? Number 3. Who say I do wrong? Number 4. Do you believe such a thing as an infringement is a wrong? Number 5. Do you believe such a thing as an offence is a wrong? Number 6. Do you believe a man is bound by any act of legislature? Number 7. Where do you derive, do you believe asking questions or asking a question constitutes a failure? That particular one is because I asked him a question whether or not it was a request or an order. He told me it was a request. I said to him it was my understanding that a request can be declined. I didn't decline his request. I just wanted clarification, and he just moved on to asking me my details. So yeah, Anyway, number 8, where do you derive your authority over I, a man? Number 9, where do New Zealand police derive its authority over I, a man? Number 10, do you believe I, a man, are such a thing as a person? Number 11, do you believe I, a man, require such a thing as a driver's license to go from point A to point B? Number 12, do you believe it is a requirement of I, a man, to be licensed, registered and regulated to travel from one location to another? Number 13, do you believe you or New Zealand police have any right to administrate property? Number 14, do you believe I, a man, am a you? Number 15, do you believe, who do you believe is the injured party? Number 16, do you believe you and or New Zealand police have any right or authority over I, a man? Number 17, do you believe that such a thing as a statutory legislation applies to I, a man? Number 18, do you believe I, a man, operate under a driver's license? Number 19, do you believe I, a man, were operating under the Land Transport Act 1998? Number 20, do you believe, as I, a man, do, that New Zealand is a common law land? Number 21, do you believe I, a man, are in any way legally trained or have any legal comprehension? Number 22, do you believe I, a man, are a member of the New Zealand Law Society? Number 23, do you believe I, a man, understand such a thing as legislature? Number 24, as you were at that moment in time acting under and enforcing legislation, and I had stated I was a man, and do not believe that I was at that time operating under any legislative rule of any society, do you believe that your duties, obligations, powers and responsibilities supersede my right and authority as a man? Number 25. Are you aware that the issuance and or depositing of the attached infringement notice may incur a charge of $10,000 plus costs upon demand and constitutes a tacit agreement? See Exhibit A. Okay, that's Exhibit A. That's a picture of the notice that I have on my windscreen that he looked at with his torch before he went ahead and issued the notice. Now I continue to say, after the 25th question, should the attached infringement notice number blah 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 be discharged forthwith, then no further action will ensue. Failure to do so will require you to identify the woman or man who gave that right and authority to administrate property to you immediately. Would you kindly advise all sworn officers, constables, members, agents, principals and employees of New Zealand Police who wrongly presume that I, a man, have no right and authority and continue to force unsolicited goods and services upon my being without right and authority to do so, to cease and desist immediately. Without prejudice, kind regards, and I will put my thumbprint there and sign it. Now, at the bottom here I've put a notice. Failure by Neil Waterbottom, Police Constable of Wartworth Police Station, in his official capacity to respond within 10 days from receipt of this correspondence, shall constitute legal accord and satisfaction of any claim by reasonable accommodation. Okay, and this here says this notice is clearly posted on my property, or on property. Okay, so, and again, as you can see with this notice that claims the car here to be my property, you can actually see right there where the notice is posted. Okay, so there's no confusion. Okay, now the other thing also to remember is I'm also going to send all of this in via registered mail, so I have proof that it was served to him. Okay, just putting all of the notices, there's three notices here, This one here is notice of I do not understand legalese. There's a notice here saying I'm ready to settle a debt. There's a notice here saying I didn't give New Zealand Police any right to administer property or administrate property. So that's those three. Plus there's also the original PCN attached to 3 pages of letter, all signed, sealed. So yeah, we'll put all of this in an envelope, and then what I'll do with this envelope here is I will put, no doubt, that inside another registered mail envelope, and then pay the fee and get it sent by registered post, and that way I have proof that it was sent to him. I don't think they're going to argue with the postman. So yeah. If you want to get real fussy, you could put a signature over it here. I'm just going to put here, care of 128. Just to finish things off nicely, I'll put a nice little, stamp pads are great, a nice little thumbprint straight over the thing to say that it's sealed. Alright, no arguments there. It's not going to get opened up and played with again. And the best thing about it is that it's all on record with the camera. And if you want to get real funky, you go ahead and sign over the top of that ink with just your initials, for instance. So that's it. Done, signed and sealed. Alright guys, that's how that works. Alright, so we will send that off today. I have the envelope here addressed to Neil. I have a registered registered mail, courier post delivery only type jazz, to make sure that it does get to the recipient I want it to. That costs just under $10. What was it here? Let's have a look. We've got $9.60. Okay, and that's where I bought it from today, on the 5th of September. Alright, so I'm going to fill this out. Alright, got the envelope, we're going to put the envelope in. I'm going to peel that off and seal it. Alright, and so that is off to Neil Waterbottom.